Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Club Tweed for the next round of the 2024 Under-18 Tri-State Test Series. And this wonderful event couldn't be brought to you if it wasn't for the generosity of these wonderful sponsors. Mullins More Than Law, Queensland Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, Asset Sports, J. Carroll Club Promotions, and Bioscapes Group. We thank them very much for their wonderful contribution to our great game. And got a bit of a treat here this time around. We've got a singles match. It's New South Wales versus Victoria, and of course Club Tweed too. We thank them very much for the use of their wonderful facilities. Lee Stenson, how are you, Lee?
Very well, thanks, Brian. Thanks for having me in,
mate.
For this game.
Absolute pleasure having you here, mate. As we see, just wasted a bowl in the roll-up there, Lee. So yeah, should be green running superbly here at Club Tweed once again. We've had some great test matches already. One yesterday afternoon and one this morning. This is, of course, the third one, and down to singles now. So should be a wonderful game here. And the two competitors from New South Wales.
So we've got Reese Finn-Young. She's from Merimbula, down on the south coast of New South Wales.
Yep.
Tricky little player, young Reese. And she'll take on Akasha Fortune from Club Sunbury in Victoria.
Mate.
Also a good player. Akasha probably rated as Victoria's best female junior at the moment.
Okay, well, both of them are very talented players. So, I mean, Merimbula, you got Wilkesy down there, pretty strong. So, two very strong clubs, of course. And you've also got Akasha, as you said, Sunbury, where Carla, of course, comes from. So, must be strong if she's been helping her out too, I'd say, Lou.
Yeah, absolutely. And Akasha, just look back at last year's Nationals when the teams were over in WA. Akasha led up in the triples and played two in the fours. So she's taken that step a long way up the ladder here to get the singles berth, and she's been skipping the other team disciplines over the first couple of sessions.
But just a bit frightening the way they've started off, even with their roll-up. Lee, it's the way they're peppering that kitty. The only thing that could be in danger this afternoon is that white jack, mate. They've absolutely, this green has said this very wide hand. This one here should be just going a little bit narrow. As you said, you've got to be really out on this hand. You can never take too much grass with the hand that they're playing at the moment. As you can see the finish on that now. The green, quite recently midday, should be at its peak now to around about 2:30, 3 o'clock, where the shadows will start creeping in and it will start slowing down. Of course, tonight, the beauty about this test series too, Lee, is that they're going to get all conditions in one day, aren't they?
Absolutely, as you said, 4 sessions today, so that mirrors the format they get at Nationals, where they play the 3 sectional games and then play off for gold and bronze medals in the evening session. So hence the format for today, all 4 sessions. So we're right through to about 7:30 or 8 p.m. local time.
Yeah, it should be. It's a fantastic day, and really looking forward to this game with two very much informed players. We've seen a bit of Reese. Pretty sure she played in the junior Golden Nugget.
Yeah, she was up here on the weekend just gone.
So pretty sure we did one of her games, mate. So
she's got some good memories here at the club as well. A little over 12 months or so ago, was runner-up in the Australian indoor singles for the women.
Yes, that's correct.
Slightly different surface to what they're going to get here this afternoon. Runs a few seconds quicker here outside at the moment.
Yeah, it's no ever so truly, and it's. Once again, there you can see the wonderful facilities they have here offering at Club Tweed, and of course their pennants. Well, our pennants, the Gold Coast pennants, are running this afternoon. So there's quite a few teams coming in here to play. I think they've only got 3 home games today. I think what's Tweed Head run?
You got 9 sides, I believe.
9 sides, I think. Yeah.
Talking to Wayne Turley earlier in the week.
Around about 9 sides or something, mate. Some of the clubs have got 10, but I think Turles is pretty sure Tweed's got 8 or 9, mate. So they're a pretty strong club. Of course, Division 1 playing away today. They're up at Paradise Point. Double header, 9 a.m, 1 o'clock.
They're missing a couple of their imports too.
Yes,
today.
They will be too.
Club Tweed. I know that's my area and my club down south were a couple of those guys. Corey Wedlock, Gary Kelly.
Yep, you're down at Warilla, aren't you?
I'm at Warilla as well. So those guys are involved in our region pairs.
Yes.
Today I haven't caught up with. I should try and catch some of those results because the side that I'm in was also in quarter-final action this morning.
Is that right, Lee?
Unfortunately, I'm away on duty this weekend, so sub in this morning. So hopefully the side is still going. And if our sides both won this morning, we would have played Corey and Gary this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
So I wonder if they can still get a flight up here to play that Pennant game. Miss the game at home.
Miss the game. Good.
Just looking here as well, so just waiting for all rinks to finish up their roll-up. So they're on time-limited games, so just need to wait for everyone to finish their trial ends before we get underway. But these two ladies played pairs against each other last round, and it was the Victorian side. Akasha got the win, 15 shots to 10, with Mia O'Reilly over Reese Finn-Young and Charlotte Heyman. So Reese, after a little bit of revenge, and just to keep you up to date with how things are progressing, there's 3 points on offer for every rink win, 1 point for a draw. As it currently sits, very close on the girls' ladder, both New South Wales and Victoria with 4 wins apiece. Queensland sitting on 1 win at the moment. Plenty of games still to go. And over on the boys' side of things, it's Victoria with 5 wins leading that ladder. Queensland and New South Wales jointly with 2 wins out of their 6 games so far.
No, one thing I said, it's wonderful to see these wonderful competitors showcase their skills and skills they do have. One thing about them, though, Lee, and I think you'd agree, is that at this particular age they have no fear. They just see a shot and just play it. They don't realise that we'll be standing on the mat and going, oh, gee whiz, if that comes the mark, we could go a few down, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I've been wandering the rinks of the past couple of sessions on occasion thinking, that's not necessarily the shot I would have tried to play.
Yes.
But quite often they get them. It looks like, as you can see, we've started the time on the screen. We're underway.
The bell has gone. G'day, Cam. Good to have you on board, mate. Over in Canada, Warren, of course, Warren Fairjones from over in WA, and Joshua Beattie. Shouldn't you be drawing shots by now, Joshy? Come on, mate. It's your first game in Division 1. Go and get yourself mentally prepared, son. Upper case is good to see you got paid yesterday, Joshy. Okay, good starter here too. See what you mean. This got the kitty first up. Well, only got the edge of it, though.
And quite interesting, straight away, restarted on the narrower side and Akasha on the wider side.
Yeah, very contrasting tactics here at the moment. This one thing you've got to be very careful of this rink one is that this narrow side, you've got to really learn how to play it.
Yeah, notice that we had a interstate men's series up here 12 months ago. And now when we played on this particular rink, it was quite narrow down that side.
Yes.
But there is a spot, if you just underline it, will get away on you. So, same as most hands, you need to play it on the perfect line to get the best result. Both girls just missing with their line, one a bit under and one a bit wide so far.
Look at the finish on that, though, Lee. It's still absolutely at its peak now. Magnificent conditions. The wind is not too strong. It's around about 20 degrees. Quite warm when you're actually in the direct sun, though. It's this one here, you can see, it just starts drifting a bit wide there. Just a bit of breeze coming across, just enough to grab that, and it will not come back from there.
Well, that's the thing. It's generally a lot narrower on that side anyway, even without the breeze, isn't it? You would have covered enough events here to...
Mate, I played on this rink often enough, trust me. I love playing here because of the base of the green.
It's going to be a little bit different for our ladies here. And you said they did get that trial in each direction, but this particular green, I would say, would be 2 to 2.5 seconds quicker than the green they've just come off, number 2. So we had all our boys competitors on this green this morning. They've now moved across to number 2, and the girls have transferred over here. So it may just take them a little bit to trust that line and wait on the green a couple of seconds quicker than where they were earlier on today.
Okay, Lynn, thank you very much for that. Tweed Heads lost this morning to Musgrave. 1 rink win to Tweed Heads. Thank you very much for that, Lynn. Lynn Jeffrey. How did Maxie play, though, Lynn? He would have gone all right, I reckon.
Does that mean you're missing Pennant as well today, Ron?
No, mate, I haven't played this year. I was picked to play, but I had the idea of playing last weekend, but I forgot that we were broadcasting here, and I couldn't get anyone else who wasn't playing bowls to do the commentary. So
it's not a matter of selection. You haven't.
No, they were silly enough to pick me last week in our top team. I thought you blokes were joking.
Akasha, anyway, with a few feet of room here. First end, get on the board.
She's not far away from this. She's got this pretty well played.
Yeah, I think she's got good enough weight for this to be shot.
And that, once again, too, is the important thing playing that hand. If you have good weight, it will come back for you.
So they're underway. One to Victoria. Kick things off.
And, of course, for our viewers that haven't been here, it's first to 21.
Yeah, 21 with Reese spot as well.
Well, yes. Should be a...
I guess the caveat being the 2 hours 15, so if it is uncompleted at that stage, they'll finish that end, even though someone may not reach 21.
Thanks very much for that, Lynn. All Tweed played well, but Bester was too good. In fine form at the moment, Mr. Bester. The Master Blaster himself.
That's his first season, Musgrave, isn't it?
That's his first year, mate. He and Sean Baker. They've bought or built a very strong club around themselves. Very strong team. Just a bit quick with this one. Grass line's not too bad. Just saying before they leave, the atmosphere here last night for these kids, there was a great crowd in. The kids were high-fiving. They really got stuck into the task last night, didn't they?
Love it. And obviously with this event too, you're going to have a lot of travelling families as well.
Yes.
Just being the nature of being an under-18s event. Plenty of parents and grandparents make the trip up. We've got just about a parent or grandparent with all of our 16 players here from New South, and I'm sure that's the same for the other states as well.
A lovely correction here, though. That's a beautiful bowl. Well played. Hey, Reese just got a correction on her weight. Got a good backward there, but the way that kitty's lined up there, I can't see it getting bare. But just to crack an egg on this, she may get a result. Give herself an opportunity with her next bowl. Just going to drop under. Going to come to a pretty good home here, though, this bowl. That's about where that kitty's lined up if she can crack an egg on that bowl.
I think importantly what you said there was to not necessarily having to get shot with that bowl, but just planning things for later on at the end. You know, get it with another bowl.
Always had the philosophy, Lee. You always leave the head in a better position than you found it. And I'll tell you what, this might even do it for her here. Well, she's going to open it up instead. Slightly. She's exposed it, so 9 times out of 10, they capitalise straight away the moment they can see that kitty. So Reese on the mat, sticking to her forehand.
Going to need to be dead weight on that line for the bend to come back.
Yep. Tell you what, she's not going to be far away. She's going to get second shot out of this, if not the shot. Up, flat, flop down, pretty close to the shot. We're going to see here now. One red. Okay, Robbie, who's red, mate? Got to be Victoria, isn't it?
Well, I'm going to hope that they're... Yeah, I don't know. We're light blue and dark blue, so I'm not sure who they're giving the blue paddles to.
Hey?
Reese is red, we're getting told. Robbie's
told
information.
us. Thanks, mate. Appreciate that, bud.
Good on the cameras. He knows what colour lollipops they got out there. Really.
Mate. Oh, that's why. See, he's watching. See, we weren't. We were too busy talking, mate.
Yeah,
see, that's why he gets all the easy jobs. Well, looks like it's one to Reese.
On the Reese. Looks like we're going to tie things up. You did mention, too, very unfortunate with Akasha's bowl.
Yep.
You said first time you open it up, the other player usually capitalises.
Whammer.
And it happened. So,
yep.
Good shot. A little bit unfortunate for Akasha there. Played a pretty good end.
She played a very good end. Both players there. Like, I mean, these two, once they get in their job and mate, the showcase what skills they do have, it should be an absolutely outstanding game.
We'll check the bias on that jack.
It's gone.
She rolled the jack on the forehand there, I think. Well, it must have just stayed in. That white line would be inside the peg.
Yeah, it would be inside the peg, mate. They're on the blue lines today, but I think he only marked the centre line so they don't get them mixed up. Beautiful surface here. Could be just a tad under, but this will hold depending upon her weight.
She missed a few wide down there first end, so she has tried to correct.
Well, and that's good to see that she's trying to correct there, so... Yeah, they played last game. Vic. just a bit through the head there, but with a little bit of an increase in length. So as Lee was saying before, they've come off the other green, so it is going to take them a couple of ends just to get the feel of this base green.
So I'm trying to turn back for Reese.
It's coming back pretty nicely at the moment. That's pretty
well
handy. That's very well corrected. Now she can come in between that from her first one to this one, and she'll be spot on. This one here, though, is not going to be too far away neither. She may get an inside edge off Reese's bowl, not quite. So just still on the run. She needed that little edge off that just to slow her down slightly. So Reese got the opportunity here to add a bit of pressure. Another one in there. Gets down to that third bowl, doesn't it, when the pressure starts being applied, Lee?
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what singles is all about, mate.
Trying to be first in, and if you are, add to it.
Yep.
Always figure if you've got second shot, you're either only one down or holding two.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Not a bad way to be. You can always have second shot. You're well in the game. I think it's interesting to watch the level of players. Obviously, you had the Open Nugget here just a few days ago, and naturally the standard of those players is off the map. You know, and these juniors will get there at some point in time. But our juniors at this stage started on the narrower side of the green, probably feeling that just gives them that opportunity to not lose their bowl away too far from the jack if they miss the line. Whereas our Open Nugget players last week quite often were playing the wider side of the green. Probably if you are playing really well, that's the easier side to get perfect and finish right on centre line. But easier on that side. But the penalties are greater if you do miss that line.
If you miss the line, you're dead right, Lee. That's a very good assumption of that. It's absolutely brilliant. But gee whiz, to watch those players last week, the amount of grass this was taking was absolutely fantastic. And as you said, these kids have got a huge future in our grade game, Lee. They really have. Yeah, just has to be inside this. She doesn't want it at the back shore. She's promoted it. No damage, though. No damage. Just a couple of shots there. But
is this my opportunity to claim some New South Wales success over the last 7 days up here at Coast-Tweed?
Yep.
Junior Nugget.
Yes.
Boys and girls.
Boys and girls.
Open Nugget, men and women, all New South Wales players.
New South Wales, that's correct.
Opportunity for a brag while I'm in here.
Yeah, mate, go for it. We'll give you 5 minutes of fame, mate. You go for it. Well done.
They did well. Lee Schreiner, Natasha Van Eldick in the Open, and Travis Moran and Jasmine Smith
absolutely,
in the juniors.
Mate. Lee's in such just magnificent form at the moment.
It's a good name, right?
Mate, Lee. Yeah, and second name starts with an S.
Lee, yes.
Yes, Lee, yes.
I keep thinking the state selectors have got it wrong, but maybe they did pick the right Lee.
Mate, I don't know, mate. I'd be on the phone to Rexy if I was you. So, Rexy, what's this crap, mate? What's going on?
Akasha deciding to switch across, and here we see the penalty. If you do miss that line,
exactly what Lee was saying. Look at the weight, though. But as you said, miss that line. See, that reminds me back when I started playing bowls and everybody had a standard bowl. If you undercut your line on a quick green, that's where you finish.
Brown ones, really? Brown
ones? Or brown and black, mate. Yeah, brown shoes, mate.
Well, I'm a couple of years younger, and I always taught early on to be fearful of the rink that came up with brown shoes against you. They were the dangerous players.
Greatest lesson I ever learnt in my life, mate. I'm telling you that right now. Ever so true.
Love this. Love seeing this in the game. The girls conscious of the leaning bowl and getting in and chocking it prior to measuring.
Well, I think it's most important because I have seen them fall over when they haven't been chocked. I saw that state titles last year up at Coolum. They were measuring for a shot and they didn't chock it first, and one of the bowls fell over before they marked it, so it was well and truly in by then.
Might be just two. That's going to be really close.
It is close, isn't it? That's very close.
They've decided now. 2 shots.
Just the 2 by the looks of it. 2 shots, 2 red. No.
Big thanks to Club Tweed for supplying the singles markers throughout this match. I don't know how our marker is on the rink. I'm not sure if you know the locals here that are marking.
I do know. I've spoken to her plenty of times. I just can't think of her first name, so I'm going to keep out of it. Yes, I spoke to her just prior to her going out, in actual fact.
Often get unrecognised, don't they, these officials?
Oh,
Umpires that sit around for 8 or 10 hours a day, or these markers that come in to do these singles.
and you go through what the members of Tweed have been through for the last 10 days, and even with Pennis and everything on last Saturday, Lee, they were still had plenty of markers here for the junior. They had umpires, they had people running around just doing stuff, and plus running 9 pennant teams, They had drivers here to pick up the players and bring them here in the teams, and absolutely, it's an outstanding club. They really take ownership of their club here, and it's such a great place to run events from. A big call out to Wayne Turley and Emma Boyd, and of course the board of Club Tweed, Lee Tynan and his gang. I'll see Lee here today.
Another
He's the
Lee.
chairman. Yeah,
We're everywhere.
Lee is the chairman. Been chairman for quite a few years. Reese just running through the head here. Got a couple of good catches there.
They had 190 here for social bowls this afternoon, Wayne told me as
that's
well.
Right. That's correct. Quite regularly they fill their whole 5 greens here with events and that, Lee. So
He tells me there are about 23 to 24,000 a year just in their social bowls.
yes, that's correct. It's what other clubs dream of, mate. So another good bowl there too.
Yeah, that's pretty well textbook leading there from Akasha. Getting the first one close, counting and covering with the second. So without last bowl here, Reese needs to be a little bit careful. Obviously like to trail.
Just starting to work its way back now.
So it's going to go past. So she's going to be a couple down. So Akasha with a choice now. Count again. Or go back towards the respot.
Julie, that's it. Thanks very much, Lynn. I couldn't think of her first name. Julie Fruin, of course. I know it was Russell's wife, but I couldn't just remember her first name. I've spoke to Julie plenty of times. Now, Russell's overseas. He's in China or somewhere, if I remember correctly, Lynn. And, yeah, Carol Hansen next door. Carol, of course, Ken Hansen's wife. Ken for that
That's right, at the
memorable
Gold Coast.
shot
Yeah, absolutely.
on the Gold Coast at Broadbeach for the gold medal.
Wasn't that an experience coming up to, lucky enough I was here for the 10 or 12 days of competition. Did a lot of sports. I usually did bowls for half a day and went somewhere else. I went to the swimming, hockey.
Yep.
Went and watched a
Was
badminton
absolutely-
session, table tennis. Went and watched a lot of things, the rugby as well.
Yeah, whole lot, mate, but the thing
Yeah, it was
there,
awesome.
sitting at Broadbeach there with the sun setting out over the mountains, with the ocean, the backdrop, mate, it was just an absolutely incredible experience.
I had a good mate playing for Norfolk Island as well, and
Yep.
they went all the way and got a bronze in the triples. Probably on the unexpected side of things, but that was great to see as well. It was Reese just missing weight again. Tried to give it a chance.
Yeah, she
Just
gave
over.
it every opportunity.
I think 3 was indication there from Julie.
Yep.
Akasha, much the same. Get a full count here. She's going to get the lead back.
Still running, mate.
Yeah, getting the hand clap there from Reese.
Yeah, well played.
And we assume that to be a full count.
That fourth shot maybe touch and go with that white bowl being straight down the line, but
Yeah, I
we'll
thought
wait
it might
and
have been
see.
close. I was going on Julie's
Yeah.
signal for she had the 3 paddles up before that last.
Just looking at that there, it's I think it's going to be close by the looks of it. One thing I love about the test series, the passion that the competitors are showing. Yeah, it is 4 by the looks of that.
4 it is.
It's a full count.
Well, they've got some good coaches across the states for that. Chrissy and Wendy and Gaz for Queensland, and the likes of Joshy Thornton and Matt Flapper for Victoria, Steph Priest down here as well,
Yep.
Michael Wilkes, Gavin Holborn for New South Wales.
This
They're trying to drive that
absolutely
culture
brilliant.
and that
Absolutely.
teamwork amongst
Yeah.
all these 3 states.
It's absolutely brilliant, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's all states have really got outstanding mentors waiting to help the kids, and that's, I think, the outstanding thing about it at the moment.
And this really the last hit out for a lot of these players prior to sides being selected for the Nationals.
Yes,
We're back
correct.
up We're here for the juniors are over at Broadbeach, but between the two clubs, Broadbeach and
Here, I think you'll
Tweed.
find.
Okay.
I think Broadbeach have got the Paras, haven't they? Multi disabilities. Yep.
So the juniors must be here then.
Pretty sure everything as far as the Nationals concerned. I'm pretty sure, Lee.
They're transferring a bit between the two clubs across
yeah.
all the different disciplines.
Yeah, the Australian titles will be up there
At Broadbeach.
Yeah, pairs.
Yeah, okay. I think you might be right. I think the multi-disability and the Australian Championships at Broadbeach and all the sides events and the juniors down here at Tweed.
Well, the thing about here, you've got 4 pretty good greens to choose from. You've only got to look. I mean, there's not much difference in the pace of the greens. There is a bit. There normally is in the mornings if you get a heavy dew. A couple of the other greens can be slightly holding compared to this one. But this one here, as you can see, gets a lot of use. And Kyle McPherson and his crew do an absolute superb job here. Said I've played here often enough to know how quick these greens can get.
Looks like we might have lost both our ladies off for a comfort break.
Mate, they can't have gone home, I know that. There's no one here to drive them.
Max must be over playing pennant today somewhere, is he?
Maxie's down, he's at...
Bus driver for the week.
He's at Paradise Point. Maxie Jeffrey. Good morning, Beatty Berger, watching from Cape Town in South Africa. It is now 4:25 a.m. Well, what are you doing out of bed?
Might be out of bed. Might be sitting back relaxing.
It just is
cold. Wonder if it's an early wake up or still continuing on from Friday night.
Yes. I used to always love this one. This one person used to come on all the time from Scotland, and he used to always say to us, how come you blokes keep playing bowls in the middle of the night? I say, mate, I don't care what nightclub you come home from, but just have a look out your front door, son. See, because the sun's shining here.
There's a saying. So their last opportunity for these players before Nationals. So if you're just joining our coverage, all states here with 8 boys and 8 girls. They're playing all disciplines throughout. So we started with all fours games last night. The previous session was all pairs. We now have a mixture of singles and triples. And then they'll repeat all of those again for the last 3 sessions. So all the squads will get trimmed back to just 5 boys and 5 girls for Nationals. And there they get selected into 2 different events. So singles and fours will play at the same time.
Yep.
And pairs and triples on the other day.
No, absolutely fantastic. And it's great to see these talented young players having the opportunity to don their state colours. For most of them, for the first time.
I think you mentioned you've got 10 out of 16. Was it first timers?
First timers. Yep.
I'm not sure of the Vic number. New South has 6 out of 16 in the colours for the first time.
Yes, we've got 5 girls and 5 boys. It's that year of rebuilding that you get every few years with under-18s, Lee, as you are fully aware of.
Interestingly enough, for one of our girls here, just the way that series have fallen this year on the calendar, she actually made her debut for our under-25 side down at St John's Park a few weeks ago before making her 18s debut here this week.
Oh, that's good, though, isn't it? It's
so that's Charlotte Heyman from Raymond Terrace.
Yeah. Well done.
Wow, what a clever shot. Like I was thinking about trying to draw that, but Reese had other ideas. Try and edge that bowl in from the side.
Just got the edge of it. That's what happens when you're up here with headphones on. You got no idea.
A couple there, I think, to New South at the moment, but Akasha, that one near the tee was her last bowl over on the forehand, so right on line, just needs to lose a metre or so of weight. I'm going to say she's going to be close. Whether she gets it or not, but we know she'll be.
Well, that's the grass line she's after. Comes down to her weight now.
Bending into these bowls even may be enough. Just doesn't want the gap between the two of them. Oh, what a great attempt.
Well, she's eased the pain.
One to Reese.
Reese with another bowl. Here.
She needs to be underneath that bowl on the white line if she's going to play the right-hand side of screen. Doesn't want to get wide and turn Akasha's last one up.
Sticking to the backhand. I thought she had the opportunity there to fling over to the forehand. Got an open draw there.
Just
but
have a bit of a look at it.
exactly what Lee said, though. She had to be under there. But I'll tell you what, the way it's working now...
Can it get down to the white line?
Not quite. Just going to hang out. Just the one.
Scoreboard over. We'll see one here to New South Wales.
Yep. There's a good bowl. So you can see the trees there in the background and the banners down there, flags just starting to pick up slightly in strength too. It normally does here at Tweed. Normally from about 12 o'clock onwards, you can normally, or 11 o'clock, 11:30, the wind normally starts picking up down here. Can make it very interesting with a bowl, I can guarantee you that.
I'm happy if the flags and the banners keep moving. If that big nugget starts swaying in the breeze, I think we need to go.
You get that right, mate. Again, on a good line here, but just once you get down here, just watch the finish of it. It just keeps running.
Little cheer squad in the background that Robbie's focused in on there.
Yep.
Yeah, up on the grandstands.
It's
Reminds me of the football during COVID where they could purchase those virtual seats. Remember in the grandstand?
Yeah, I remember that. Again, just needs a little bit more weight on that next bowl. Reese.
So now there's another singles game just a couple of rinks down here. Queensland's Lily Vardy taking on New South Wales Chanel Shakouch. Queensland just in front there, 5 shots to 4.
Should be a good game, 2 good players there.
That's a better line, Reese. All about weight now.
Well, she's got a few feet to draw the shot, hasn't she? Just slips into this area here, though, Lee, and just seems to keep running, doesn't it? Just really got to be pulling up just prior to that.
Always hard to judge if you haven't been out on the green, but just by watching here, I'm thinking that left-hand side of the green that both these girls are playing at the moment, maybe a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
A little bit tighter and a little bit quicker. I'm thinking the other hand, because these bowls are running straight on, they're not dying off in pace and dropping off that weight with that wider hand, because they're turning the corner and that bowl's angling more towards 90 degrees. I think that's just taking the pace off and probably a fraction slower.
Well, one of the biggest things be too, when you look at those banners down there, how they're not blowing much at the moment too. So the wind's a little bit inconsistent too, though, Lee. It's making it a little bit harder for the players. But gee, a lovely correction there. That's the shot.
Well done, Reese. Good bowl.
Akasha, she needs to drop a bit of weight. I'll tell you what, she's got this beautifully grassed. Now, this should be awfully close, just watching the way it's finished previously.
Put that one in for shot.
That's Akasha. That's well played. Mate, I'd be hiding her for fourth bowl on if I was out there. So it's not fair.
Worth considering.
Yes.
Michael Wilkes, one of the smartest men in the game, the New South Wales coach.
Yes.
Yeah, might be looking at that.
Yes.
I thought last night was tough enough being out there watching 4 rinks, or 6 rinks in play, but 4 New South Wales rinks and trying to keep tabs on what was going on and offer some support. Yeah. This session and the previous one with 8 rinks spread across 2 greens, it was almost impossible. We're on our phones to each other, texting, providing updates as coaches to each other on the other green to try and work out what was happening and who was winning and where we needed to be. Well, these ones are down a bit. Maybe we'll go and cheer them up, or we can probably let these ones go. They've got a bit of a lead.
Look at this one here. Absolutely. What a great starter.
I think she's been the better player. There's no doubt to this point. She's more bowls within that couple of feet area of the jack than Reese has.
She's got a good line on this one here. Comes down to her weight now, Reese. Could be just a little bit quick.
She played very well, Reese, on this rink last night. Played 3 in the 4s game.
She did play outstanding bowls.
It's probably one of the key differences in New South Wales getting that rink win.
Yep. G'day, Robin, watching up at Youngaborough. She said it's raining up there, no bowls. And Beatty said, no, guys, you're so wrong. I'm watching from under my warm blankets. Electric blanket is also on in South Africa. What another great bowl there from Akasha. That's two very good bowls. Got a nice little port there to sit on, though, and flopping off for shot, though, really. Just got to cut a grass line down. Weight was pretty good with that bowl.
I think you can trust it to hold that line down there, can't you?
Yeah.
Akasha, perfect bowl for her here would just be to turn the wing one or get past half a metre to a metre on the last.
Should start working in now.
It's going to finish just past. This is really good bowling.
Yeah, gripping him very well there, Lee, that's for sure.
That's perfect weight. Great opportunity to sit her own bowl. She missed, she finished just past. A couple of the girls wandering across, giving her a high five.
Well, this is a better line for Reese. The only thing is I think she's dropped her weight, though. Yeah. Akasha, can she just apply a little bit more pressure?
A big moment in the game here. Stalking it as well. She likes how this has come out. Well, that's as good as anything you saw over the last 7 days here.
Couldn't agree more.
Absolute perfection.
And that blocks that that shot I was calling there before.
Reese looking around for a bit of help. She's going to wander around.
Yep.
She's just looking for one of the coaches to come and advise.
Yeah, I think
I hope
looking.
she comes and looks at this and decides to play nice and firm.
Well, again, it's really only a 1.5 bowl target, though, Lee, isn't it? Like, there's not a huge target there to hit, but it could be hit.
Oh, correct. Yeah, she's not going to draw this.
There's no one in the world she can draw.
It's fair to say, even if she was to swap hand, that's a almost perfect bowl to draw it.
Yep.
She can play almost any weight she likes. Just out of screen there was her first bowl, so that would be the re-spot.
Yes.
As well, if it does go out of bounds. So I think this is, you can see that one at the back there now. So holding one at the re-spot. Forward out anyway, it's pretty hard to cut that down on the draw, so that's the shot I'd be playing.
If she hits that last bowl, which is basically pretty much shot bowl, there should be a kill there. Yeah, she's looking for a little bit of guidance here. Here comes Michael. Here comes Michael. Yep.
Don't want him moving too quickly. He did a calf muscle out bowling about 8 or 10 months ago out on the green.
Mate? Is that right?
Chasing the bowl down.
Yeah. Mate. I know how calf muscles are, having played rugby most of my life, and I have one that goes on me every now and again, and my gosh, they're painful when they go. Okay, Reese.
Well, it's the right shot. How's the execution?
Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh, just holding.
Chance. Well, 2 away. Not a bad effort.
Oh, she got 2 out. That's very good
Probably
result there.
Probably a quarter of a bowl from getting Akasha's last one onto the jack.
Very, very close, wasn't it, being the perfect bowl there? Yeah, that's a good result.
Still feels like a win, though, I think, in some respects. Akasha realistically probably deserved 4 at that end. Turns out to just be a 2, so...
But that was a good bowl by Reese for the bit of a clear out there too, mate. And I noticed that Michael stood back and watched the shot too.
Same club, of course, Michael and Reese.
Yes,
the Merimbula Dolphins.
It's one of our Gold Coast boys just moved down there. Rowan Wilson,
yeah, I did hear that.
Rowan's moved down there. Handy little pickup for Merimbula. Goes all right for an old bloke. He mustn't be out of bed yet because he'd be on air annoying me if he was. I know that for a fact. On your row, you love your work, son. A great starter here once again too from Akasha. She's not going to be too far away.
Yeah, she's playing these last 3 ends, been spot on.
She's really finding it now, isn't she, Lou?
There's danger signs in singles.
Yep.
Your opponent starts getting that first bowl.
Yeah.
You always feel under threat.
Absolutely. That first bowl in singles really is such an important bowl, isn't it? But look at this reply. Just going to miss the kitty. Geez, that's a very good attempt there. With just a little bit too much run there from Reese. It is great bowling, Robin, that's for sure. Now this one here should just drift across. Again, very punishing if you cut your grass, so.
Yeah, there's just that bend there. Well, I think it's harder to be perfect there, although Akasha last end spot on with all four. So Reese is going to gather in behind. Options for later on. It's going to be down close to the Reese spot again.
Yep. Hey, Akasha. She's going to need a bit more grass on her last bowl. She's put it out there this time. It's pretty
Might
handy.
count. Reese, no mucking around.
Yeah, they make up their mind pretty quickly, Lee, that's for sure. Tell you what, this is awfully close.
Well, she's not shot here. She's going to get a good second. One way or the other.
Shot. What a bowl.
That's
And fell the right way and everything.
a great shot.
Yeah.
Reese Finn-Young. Oh, high fives from the bank. You can see out in front of our
Yes.
commentary box here.
Yes. Michael?
Akasha still with a chance. Play maybe a fraction more than a last. Forward to play a couple of metres of weight here to Reese's last bowl. He's just enough of a gap to be able to turn it off the jack. Something like the line.
No, she's awfully close. Could go horribly wrong this though. Definitely,
Attempt.
yeah, definitely one with another bowl to play to Reese there, I think, by the looks of that.
Yeah, it took a bit of a chance.
Yeah.
You know, most scenarios, your opponent's going to add the second here.
Yep.
Thought on that side she was a chance of holding with that couple
With
of
the-
metres of weight.
It was, yeah, it just gave and just got probably about a quarter of an inch away being the perfect bowl there, really, when you look at it. Just got a little bit too much in the belly. But well done. Reese now got the opportunity to draw another one, around about 6 foot to add.
These are the ones you want.
Well, these are the ones that come back and bite you if you don't get them, really, though, Lou. You know. Now, is she going to be out there far enough, or is she going to promote?
Even be one down here after this.
Yep.
Well, that hurts.
Well,
Should have probably had two, and it's gone into a one down.
yep.
I was just about to say that Reese has got away with the last couple ends to be only 8-6 down. It's now going to go out to 9-4 on the back of that.
Yeah, one blue. Unfortunately, just not wide enough there with that last bowl, Reese. I mean, one of the biggest things being there too to our viewers that don't play much bowls is you don't really look at the kitty. You look at the opponent's bowl there, where their closest bowl is, and that's what you're trying to beat. You're not looking at the kitty. So it's just a matter of just looking for second shot. Now, good tactics here by Akasha, where she's shortened the length.
Yeah, big moment in the game there. That was 8-6 with Reese a chance to get
Yeah.
her length. Now become 9-4 against. And we know this direction last time Akasha played it really
Yep.
well.
Yeah, we will get round to that, Valerie. Robbie will no doubt do a around the grounds in the next 5 minutes or so. Now, Reese. Just a little bit runny. Okay, Kasha. A little bit underdone grass-wise with her first bowl, but got this one out here more.
Try and get you a couple of scores where I can. Next door, there's a singles game. Queensland and Victoria. Queensland's Tyler Mason 5-4 in front on that one, playing Isla Romanen.
Yep.
My apologies, I got pronunciations wrong there. Some of these names. The next rink across also a singles match. Chanel Shakuch from New South Wales, 13-7 in front of Queensland's Lily Vardy.
Next one over there on Ring 4 was Victoria versus New South Wales. 5-3 to Victoria over New South Wales.
That's a triples game. Addie Ryan skipping the rink against Jasmine Smith.
Yeah, this has changed hands a few times.
10-4, Victoria over there. Rink number 5.
10-4 to Vic.
Maya Reese leading Logan Hughes there in the girls' triples.
And on Rink 6,
Queensland in front.
8-4 over New South Wales.
That's Phoebe Russell, Ashlyn Johnson and Michaela Gainsford.
Yep.
They're leading Talia Kennedy, Tani Ingram and Ella Cameron from New South Wales.
There we go. There's around the grounds for you. There, Valerie. Hope you're happy with that.
ABC Radio, wasn't it? Oh,
It
Lex
is around the
Marinos.
grounds. Around the
Lex
grounds.
Marinos used to
Around
do
the-
the football around the grounds.
Joshy Beatty is normally our rounds the ground commentator when he's not playing bowls.
Ah, right. Lex was the son-in-law in Kingswood Country. Do you remember
Kingswood Country, that's correct.
that? The whole show, Ted Bullpit.
I remember watching that, mate. Yes. Remember those days when you couldn't offend anyone?
Yeah, it's probably unlikely we'll see reruns of that on TV in the 21st century.
I guarantee you. Ever so truly.
Just trying to see what's happening.
Yeah,
Julie, our
probably
marker.
maybe just the one, mate. Very experienced marker,
Is she going to
Julie.
give us an indication? No, she's sitting on the fence. Hard to tell. That Jack High white bowl or close
Yeah.
to Jack High. I was
Maybe.
wondering whether that's even shot. Maybe
Well,
very
could
close.
be. Reese may be just trying to roll this over. Or just draw inside it for 2. We're about to find out. She's going to be awfully close to both.
Just needs to run on a little further.
Oh, just not quite there. Gee whiz.
Let's have a look here. It's as close an angle we can get and we still can't even tell. Appears as though they're not considering the back bowl.
No, it's
Must be just
between
the
those
front
two.
ones.
Yep. It's pleasure, Valerie.
Unfortunately, the range on our camera doesn't allow us to do green 2 as well.
No.
You'll have to catch those results on Bowls Queensland webpage at the end. They've got a live sheet being done. It's 1 to New South Wales.
1 to
there.
New South Wales. Just in. Good call, Robbie. You were lucky. You were lucky. Yeah, the cameras will get down there. You just can't get through the stand, though. It's the only thing. Yep.
Did Robbie get that one right? We give him credit for
He
that.
got that
He
one,
picked
mate. He got that
That
one.
one?
Well, it's the first thing, according to his wife, he's got right since about 1964, last time I was talking to Julie.
Race 1, number 1.
That's the one.
Race 1, number 1.
Okay, handy pick up for Reese. And when you're behind, that's what you do. Just pick up one. All you got to do is worry about the next end. One end at a time.
We see the stands here on the 3 sides of the green. Are they a permanent fixture or have they just come in for these last few days?
That one and that one are not permanent, but the one down here is permanent 24/7.
I like how you pointed those out to all
That
our
one?
viewers like they could
Yes,
see your
no,
hand movements.
Well, the two on the side are basically just brought in for the golden nugget
Okay.
and the junior nugget, of course, but the one down the far end is a permanent fixture. And I've seen people sitting in those stands behind Kelvin Kirko and some of the biggest drivers in Australia. And I've seen the kitty smash them in the leg and do some damage.
Yeah, the kind
There's
of
a
people
chap
you'd
here
like to be side on to, isn't it?
There's a couple of sitting down just on the veranda there a couple of years ago, and Kelvin's had a drive, and the kitty's hit the seat underneath and come straight up and hit him in the ankle. It was out like that in seconds. It was ice on it straight away, and I think it was a trip to the hospital for an X-ray.
Yeah, wow. I see
So-
Reese changing hands here. She's both bowls this end gone to the wider side of the
If
ring.
she's around this, but she's just going to crash, unfortunately. She probably had the weight to get there that time. Just need a bit more grass. On that hand there, you really can't take too much grass. It will work its way back somewhere in the vicinity of the line.
It probably feels like she wasn't playing to her high standard down the narrower side, so good to see she's thought about the change, maybe in consultation with Michael.
Yep.
Good bowl there
And
from
it
Akasha.
is a very good call, that. It's one thing that the Vics did very well in the last game. They were able to change to that wide hand and adapt to it immediately. Now, You watch this one here, the way it starts working its way back.
Just needs to pull up for her now.
It's going to sit the bowl. Oh,
It'll flop down to be close.
it'll have to be very close to shot, I
One
think.
red was the indication from our marker, Julie.
Yep. Very experienced marker, Julie Fruin. Russell, of course, an ITO, does a lot of the work here for the Australian indoor and that. He's also our officials chairperson on the Gold Coast. Does a great work with all the umpires and all the officials.
I saw the two of us failed to qualify for the indoor.
Yeah,
you
mate.
and I didn't make it this year.
Didn't make it this year, mate. That's all right, mate. I got an invitation to come here anyway, so that's all right. I get 2 bites at the cherry.
Did Robbie make his way into the main field?
Nah, mate. Nah, Robbie's hopeless unless he can beat me. He's never beat me in a game of bowls, believe it or not, Robbie.
Is that right?
Yep. Never played him.
Do we need to give him the microphone for a right of reply?
No, don't be silly. We don't do things like that here. He has got a microphone.
So Akasha just overweight there with the last. I'm wondering if that was certainly under the white.
Yeah, I think it's one white by the looks of that there, the way it's set up.
The girls are just double checking. Akasha trying to look for an angle where her bowl might be closer.
Yeah.
That's one to Reese.
Yeah. Again, just one end at a time. That's all it takes. A bit of a fight back on here by Reese, which is well done. Still got 1 hour and 30 minutes to go in this game. Of course, it's the first to 21.
With the Reese spot as well, it's going to be unlikely we go lost for time or finish the game at the time buzzer rather than 21 up. But a lot of singles, and if it does get close and coach consultation, you just never know.
Well, she's on a beautiful line here. That's about her grass line that she has to be.
She started back on the narrower side, so maybe she liking both backhands.
Well, she adjusted there beautifully though, Lee. Now this one here you'd say be too wide. That won't come back in time. Beautiful weight on it though. Okay, again.
Some of our fan club have just arrived.
Just
Ryan,
to see
come
that.
and cheer us on.
Just see that, mate. They're a little bit late though.
Nice.
Again.
Some of the New South Wales families coming to support some of our other rinks out there.
Beautiful line on that once again too there from Reese. Now definitely Akasha's perfect line on this one here for her bowl.
They played this very well. Just doesn't want the gap. No, picks up the jack. Super shot.
The correction from that first bowl, absolutely spot on there, Lee, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. He was confident enough to play the same weight and pick the line. Reese, be hard to dead draw this. Needs to play just over and work either side of her bowl in. Gave it a chance with weight.
Yep.
Not set up to probably drive at with only that one close bowl, but does need to arrive with a metre or so, get the outside or inside of hers. So Akasha, we're trying to beat her to the punch here.
Yeah, I think she'd start dropping inside this if she got good weight. She's awfully close.
Played it good to there. Just needs to bend underneath now. Yeah, great shot.
Oh, sets up as you said, she really can't drive though. She's only got the one bowl there, and Akasha also does have another bowl too. So
we're strange us bowlers, aren't we? Akasha's drawn one there beautifully to about 10 centimetres, and we get disappointed with it.
Yeah, because it's set up a nice little target.
I think, well, interesting spot of the game. If it was me playing this shot, I'm going really firm at this.
Yeah, same here.
I know I'm one bowl in the head and danger. It's just so hard to get right here with soft weight. Yeah, she's playing firm. Trying to just push through the bowls and split them away. Do they split through the gap? Oh, good effort.
Well, she's taken one out. And that's played with beautiful control there, Lee.
She backed herself with a softer weight.
Yep.
So Akasha
She's still got another one. She's quite capable of putting it back there once again.
Yeah, she's played 2 really good ones in a row on the back end.
Yeah.
So I think we'll see the same again. Just trying to draw in just underneath the white bowl. She'll be the first one to double figures.
Oh, just eased up a little bit on the weight. Just the one. And a handy pick up there.
Good bowls from both girls there.
Yeah.
Reese holding shot early on. Akasha playing a couple of really good ones to get it back, and Reese narrowing the gap to 1. So, bowls from both players.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 very talented young competitors. Now, see what length Akasha's going to play here. She's going to lengthen it out a bit. I had a feeling she may have. And she has.
I love the work that the green staff have done with all the logos on the green.
Yeah,
when you get up a nice elevated view of it, it looks fantastic.
Looks brilliant from upstairs, doesn't it? Looks absolutely,
Obviously with the club logo and a few
always looks
sponsors
good for
as
the
well.
Nugget. Yep. Yeah.
So good start there from Akasha. So a couple of good openers here from both our ladies.
Thank you.
And Brian sacked himself, and I've got a
Yes.
new commentator alongside me who I'm not familiar with, so I'll let you introduce yourself.
G'day, thanks Lee. My name's Daryl Rowley. I'm with the Victorian team, so my young son Nick's playing with over there in the triples at the moment. So,
Awesome.
and that's a good bowl by Akasha.
How are the boys going on the other green, right? Your son and the other boys?
Yeah, no, they're all. It's pretty close over there at the moment. There's some good games, as there has been. Last night was a cracker opening for the tournament. And today, what a cracker of a day. Certainly better up here than it is down in Victoria, where we're scraping ice off our cars.
I think both of us are happy to be here. The New South and the Victorian teams. We're happy to be up in the Gold Coast for a few days.
Yeah, lovely.
No complaints.
No, lovely weather. And the kids have really turned on a really good exhibition of bowls like this. The games I watched this morning were really tight and really good as well. So
I did mention to your team, to Matt Flapper, Josh Thornton and Steph Priest there last night, that it is the Vic's turn to host this event next year. I was looking for maybe a bit of flexibility out of August for when we go down to Victoria.
Yes, well and truly. It's not the best time to be down there.
Positive shot here from
very
Reese.
positive. Is
Could
just
go
gonna,
really good or really bad.
Ooh.
Cuts the bowl across the front of the jack.
Yeah.
What club's your son at, Daryl?
He's just moved to Bendigo. He was at South Bendigo, or he's still coming under South Bendigo, but he was at South Bendigo for the last few years. So Kashi's having a good look at this. She's got first and third, and the second bowl's probably 6 inches behind the jack, so she can draw up to that with confidence. Sit the bowl, and if she touches the jack and moves a bit, all positive for Kasha.
So this is her fourth and final bowl. Other one of hers removed from the rink with that last weighted shot that Reese played.
This looks like a pretty good line. Weight's thereabouts, I reckon. She's another bowl in the zone.
Good bowling there. Akasha Fortune, 10-6 in front. Nice and close.
Yeah, so young Reese, she wouldn't want to be coming down with weight she played her last bowl, because she wouldn't want to take her own bowl out there. She'd easily drop 3 shots.
weight she does choose to play. We think it's going to be a bit less.
She's played that nice tight line. She's certainly still playing that reaching weight.
Braver than you and I. Playing that
I
weight.
Must admit, that could have easily have gone wrong with that sort of weight. Yeah,
She just ticks another one on the board.
Yeah.
Over the halfway mark now.
It's 11-6. Yeah.
She's been that little bit more consistent than Reese up to this point in the game.
Yeah, she's played a lot of singles, Kasha, so she's very she's very familiar with it, and she's very consistent young bowler.
Okay, I mentioned earlier on in the coverage, going back to nationals last year, she led up in the triples and played 2 in the 4s. So by right of getting the singles berth here this afternoon, looks like she's probably moved up the pecking order a bit for the Vicks.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple of aged out, and she's moved up the order.
Yeah, that's right. And she's one of the senior members now.
Just evolve so quickly in these 18s, don't they?
It doesn't take much, does it? Yeah.
You get a year or two of them to find their feet, and all of a sudden they age out.
Yep, that's it. Now, these, apart from, I'm not sure how old Kasha is, whether she's got another year or not, but this group of girls should be together for a few years, actually. So it's a pretty young, inexperienced Victorian side in the girls' side of it.
Okay.
So, and they've so far done really, really well. So, which is good to see. They're really in their development stage, the girls. So, very pleased with what we've seen so far. I know Maddie and Nat are very pleased.
Not many better coaches going around in the bowls landscape in Australia than Matt Flapper. Does a terrific job.
Yeah, no, he does. He comes with a lot of experience and a very good bowler himself. So, no, they're very, very, very lucky.
See Reese Finn-Young.
That's a good bowl.
Draw shot.
Yep.
Well, and obviously Steph and JT as well for your Victorian squads.
Yeah,
Also
no,
heavily involved.
they certainly heavily complement the side, the team. Here's Kasha. Yeah, great bowl.
Just having all the answers at the moment, pushes it far enough to lie to.
Yeah, she's got that side down pat going away from us. It's
Absolutely.
certainly a tighter hand, and you get a little bit wide it hangs, and a bit tighter it cuts, as we're seeing here with Reese's bowl. Not that she had the weight, but
Just didn't quite release that one as well. Quite come out as smooth as the one before.
yeah, no, it's just that Kasha will play just a similar shot as she just played down that line. Yeah, she's pointed that down a similar line, has she? No, she might be a touch tighter. As I said, it's a fickle hand, that. Yeah.
Reece, just an opportunity. Can afford just to arrive. There's a couple of bowls to rest on if you just overplay on weight.
Well, that's right. She can
touch the jack as well.
Well, she's only going to sit on either of those bowls and she'll get the shot. She's not far away here. She's played this very well.
That's
that's a
right
very
way
good
to
bowl.
play it.
Yeah, very good bowl.
Plenty of cheers for Reece around the greens.
Yeah, it's good support for all the kids over the day we've been yesterday, last night, and today, which is good to see. And it's been played in really good sportsmanship between all the kids, which is also a positive thing.
Just looking out, plenty of people watching on both greens, up here on the balcony as well. I can pick out the Queensland supporters. The Queensland supporters in this beautiful 20-degree day are the ones out there with jumpers on.
Correct. And everyone
Certainly
else.
the New South and the Victorian people, no jumpers at all.
No, they're nearly in their bikinis, the Victorians of New South Wales. It's and they're bathers, yeah, well and truly, yes.
Now they're spoiled up here, aren't they?
They are. It's very
Gold
lovely.
Coast.
Got up early this morning, went for a little walk and got a coffee. I thought, geez, how good's this?
Across the greens there, Robbie's giving us some scores. So Get some play names there. We got on rink number 2 alongside us here, 10 shots to 7. Queensland leading. That's Tyler Mason over Ayla Remainen.
Right, yeah.
I got that pronunciation close. Next rink across the singles game, Chanel Shakuch from New South Wales, 15-12 in front of Queensland's Lily Vardy. Nice and close there between those two girls, and in a spectator's delight, they're both using pretty well exactly the same coloured bowls.
Yeah, gotta love that, don't you?
So I'm glad we didn't catch that one on the live stream. Make our life hard.
Especially when you're doing the Vicks and New South Wales, if they've got similar bowls, because their stickers are similar as well.
That's right. Yeah, I got caught up with a couple of the girls' games this morning. Just got a couple of ladies standing in front of the rink number 4 scoreboard. I can get that one from our spot here. Looks like it might be 8-7 in favour of New South Wales over Victoria there. That's Jasmine Smith's triples rink against Addie Ryan from Victoria.
Yeah.
15-4 the next one, Victoria.
There's a good bowl by Akasha. Just
Maya Reese leading Logan Hughes from Queensland, Maya from Victoria.
Yeah.
15 shots to 4 in our last rink there. Queensland maintaining that lead. They've had that all game. 10-4 at the moment. The rink of Phoebe Russell over Ella Cameron from New South Wales.
They're doing well, the Queensland girls.
New South with a couple of shots going on. It's changed 10-6. If we keep that camera on there, Robbie, we might... New South Wales might get in front there.
Cash is coming down on a similar line as she just played the last one. She played a very good bowl. This is very similar again. This will be in for a couple of shots, I would say. Yep. Yeah, good bowls there by Cash.
Reese going to change hands here. I'm almost convinced now, watching Reese change hands here, that this side of the green that she's playing now is the quicker side. The other side a lot slower. She's pulled up a bit short. Does she push it on enough?
She's just cut under. She's probably dropped a yard short to 2 yards on all them bowls. Kasha can draw up to that with all the confidence in the world, because if she touches the jack, she's going to make 4 shots here.
Yep, I agree. I think sitting in one of her own bowls probably guarantees a 3. Yes, if she does turn down on the jack, well, that brings the other
back bowl in
bottom
the
of the screen.
Yeah.
See Robbie there with the inset top left. Gives you an idea of that gap at the back to the back bowl. Wouldn't be far out of the count, if at all at the moment.
It'd only be probably, half a foot out of the count. They'd only need to touch the jack and it'll be in. Is Kasha giving this a chance?
Well, it's enough weight. If it misses the front, it counts. Oh, it just catches the wrong side of Reese's bowl. So we know it's 2. Is it any more?
I reckon it'll just be the 2 shots, I reckon, from here. That's my eyes deceive me. Yeah, Cash has picked up the jack. She's happy with the 2.
Just a reminder of how things were sitting going into this game. If you're just joining our coverage, this is session number 3 out of 6 in the Junior Tri Series. Halfway after this one, but after 2 rounds, 3 separate competitions underway. The girls' ladder was New South Wales and Victoria both on 4 wins. Queensland on 1 win. Each side playing 6 games there so far. The boys' ladder, Victoria well in front, 5 out of 6 wins. And both Queensland and New South Wales back on 2 wins. So overall, Victoria 9 wins, 27 points at the moment. Leading New South Wales on 6 wins and Queensland 3 wins. So that was only a third of the way through. So plenty of matches still to go.
Yeah. Long way to go. Long way to go.
Each state playing 8 different disciplines at the moment. So all the girls involved in 2 singles and 2 triples. And that's exactly the same with the boys. So 8 different rinks out there for each state. That combination. So half the girls play against one of their opponents and the other half against the other state. And throughout the course of the 6 rounds, they'll get their opportunity across singles, pairs, triples and 4s against both the opposition states. And we'll have a girls trophy, a boys' trophy, and an overall side trophy with the two scores added together.
It's a really good concept. Nick didn't play in it last year. He was overseas playing cricket at the time, so it wasn't available. So this is our first time at the Tri-Series. So no, very good concept.
It just gives everyone a chance across all the disciplines. We mentioned earlier when I was talking with Brian that national selection over the next couple of weeks, really, those sides need to be in with Bowls Australia by the 16th of August. So this will be the last opportunity for selectors to see players. They'll be trying out some combinations. Who works well in a pairs?
Yep.
Who do you want as your singles player? And those other team events, the front end and back end, trying to lock those positions in.
Yeah, and that's and as you say, the concept of the game gives those selectors coaches a good opportunity to see in all different sorts of positions and under different stresses and circumstances as well. So it's when you get down to this, you've got to cut three out. It's not that they can't bowl. It's just about. It makes it very difficult. So it's a good opportunity to see how they play in all sorts of different combinations.
The girls had the jack length measured. It was deemed to be long enough. Both starting off on the back end here once again with pretty good openers from both girls.
Yep, they'll be both happy with that. Well, truly. It's funny, one hand is that they're playing the tight hand. The other hand really does swoop, depending on where the breeze is. It's, obviously, both girls think this is the more comfortable hand.
It's interesting. I think Brian said in the previous match we had Charlie Boswood from Victoria, possibly leading up in the last pairs game that was on the coverage. They said he played the wide hand exceptionally well. Yeah,
no, he played that the entire game. And even on the rink next door to him, the one Nick skipped, his lead played the wide hand continually too for the entire game. So they found that more consistent. They knew you could throw it out and it was going to draw back rather than the tight hand. As I say, if you're a fraction wide, it can hang, and if you're a fraction under, it duck away. So weight's really critical playing that. They found that weight was really critical playing this tighter hand compared to the wider one.
You probably don't get punished as much on the tighter hand, but it's harder to be perfect on it. I think the better shots more often than not are going to get played on the wider hand, the ones that finish right on centre line.
Yeah. It's not far away, just going to be just pulled up short, I think.
Potentially either both count or neither count.
Yeah. Akasha's having a good look.
Our mark is staying out of the equation. She doesn't want to commit either way.
She's not going in.
She's done a good job though, Julie. We had the paddles up more often than not to be able to help us out. Must be close. She's not providing indication either way there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what Akasha does here. I think she'll play just a similar sort of shot and just try to draw in it and beat her last bowl. But she's really adventurous. She could actually go those two white bowls. No, she's...
Gonna back herself on the draw.
Yeah, it might be a fraction wide for that hand. Just... It's coming back though. Yeah, great effort. Very good effort. As I said, weight critical. If anything, that sort of locks that bowl that may be shot in. Because if
you may know from Reese's shot selection whether she's up or down here. If she's down, she can afford to maybe roll that bowl or even turn back to the jack with a couple of metres of weight. If she's holding, it's just going to be a draw. Just got it out wide,
well,
I think so.
I think she thinks she might have shot, I think.
It's hard to tell. She's played the weight I thought she might play if she was down. But the line to play that she was up.
We'll wait and see. Bated breath.
Measure it is.
regardless of up or down, she could have really afforded to attack those two black bowls. Because if she'd been just under, she would have hit her own white bowls, which would have rolled them over in for shot as well.
Looking at that as one to Akasha. Yeah, one to blue.
One to blue.
Just edging away ever so slightly here. You see that score now, 14-7.
And it is only to 21, so it can soon slip away.
Yeah, she's one multiple away from being really dominant. So for Reese now, just going to have to chip away at this margin if you're the 1-7 behind. You really need to trim the gap, get back to something like 16-18 or something like that towards the latter half of the game. Maybe a case of just trying to win this next end and look for a tactic change, whether that's mat at the tee potentially. The mat's been in very similar spot for both girls the whole game. Sometimes you don't need to change the length of the jack being rolled, but just the placement can just alter the perception a little.
Well, when I'm coaching, we always talk about, if something's not working, you need to change it up. And it doesn't always mean, as you say, you don't have to change the length, but you can move the mat to a different play and play the same length. Might be just enough to throw the opposition off, different part of the green. As you say, both girls seem very comfortable playing this length. And they're basically playing the same side. But, for Reese, she's continually just losing 1 and 2 and slipping behind. So probably needs to change something up, and that could even be trying the other hand for an end or two.
Yeah, she dabbled down there a couple of times, probably 3 times ago back in this direction towards the club. And wasn't quite confident on that either, so she's gone back again to where she started the game. She certainly has been a little bit better on this side, struggled a little on weight the other side of the green for those couple of ends she went down there. This jack may be a little bit longer than it has been and played a couple of good ones here.
She's holding a couple there. They're probably 2.5 feet through. Akasha, she's coming down. She's on a good line. I don't think this will be too far away. Akasha's correction has been very good. Yeah, very good bowl there.
It's been the thing. She's usually first into the jack on most ends.
Yeah. When you're doing that, you're putting pressure on your opposition to come up with a good shot every time. If you can get that first one. This is not too far away. Just going to run on by. That was good weight for the shot, though. Got to gave it a chance. Once again, it's on that fickle side. You're only going to be a fraction wide, it'll run straight. Or a fraction under, it's going to cut under. It's very, very tricky. I'm interested to see what Akasha does here. Whether she plays that hand again or she swaps hands and tries to beat those two white bowls.
I think if both hands were even, you'd certainly look to change.
Yeah,
with the big difference in them, I think she's
gone back
down
to the hand. And look, she has been playing that hand very consistently and very well. So
she's not reaching here. She's going to make the next shot harder for Reese, though. This is going to certainly change line and weight for Reese.
Yeah, that's a bad but good bowl.
Well, this is Reese's chance, I think, to fire one straight at this. I assume she's holding 2 on the Reese spot. With 2 seconds as well. Also has the nearest to the ditch. This is a license to go pretty firm at this. Has 2nd, 3rd and 5th.
Yeah.
2 on the Reese spot and the closest to the ditch.
Is it a shot Reese has in her arsenal? Does she play
Certainly not full power that you would see some of the top ladies, but has a confident running bowl on her.
Yep.
But it is firm. We know you can't give it much width down there. You can almost go at the target
pretty much
and
straight
that.
at it. Pretty much straight at it. She's
Chance
close,
of
isn't
drifting
she?
back. Well, not a bad attempt.
Yeah, just under.
All right, played the right shot. I think the shot with the most percentage anyway.
Oh, well, and once Akasha's last bowl finished where it finished, that was she needed to play, certainly had to play that sort of firm weight, because Akasha's bowl really finished on the line that she would have been looking at.
Yeah, obviously those 3 white bowls were close together. You could try and play the perfect draw shot to trail it half a metre to a metre to make 4, but I think percentages were with the bigger weight shot to try and make a 2.
Yeah, no, well and truly, it's as I say, that hand, very hard to play that perfect bowl.
15-7 now with Akasha getting 1 there. Swing that round for you in just a moment.
There we go.
You see that time score underneath scoreboard as well, so just over an hour left before the bell will go off.
It's a good start here by Akasha again. Lovely weight.
21 up here in the singles. Those triples matches across other rinks on the other 2 greens. They're playing 18 ends, 2 bowl triples. Once again, I think they'll finish just under time. I don't think we've lost a match yet in the opening 2 sessions to time. We've got through each end, each scheduled end so far.
And the kids are pretty quick. They don't muck around much. They get on and play their shots.
If you are to lose a game, it may be in the 4s, 15 ends 4s at times, just with the more people and more discussion, more bowls in the head, tougher shot selection. Maybe the only chance of timing out, but as you say, Daryl, the kids are just so quick up and down the green as well.
Yeah.
Quick to make decisions. They're quick to run up and down.
Yeah, they are.
Too much energy sometimes. They're following bowls up and down all day. We'll see how they go at 7:30 tonight and match number 4 for the day.
That's right. It's a long day today for them. I think she's just down now, Akasha, with that last bowl maybe. No, it's a measure.
Really liking this from Akasha. This, visually, you would think left of screen, her forehand would be the hand to play, but she's playing the side she knows so well.
And she's played this pretty well too. Ooh, just cut under.
Get it, but good shot. Now holds the
weight.
Reese spot.
Great weight.
Good line here from Reese.
This won't be far away if she's got the weight. No, this is...
Played it well. Well, that is shot.
That'll be definitely shot.
Okay, so potentially a similar thing here for Akasha. Does she want to go nice and firm at that with bowls at the back and a couple in the head?
She could, but I think she's played this hand so well, I reckon she'll back herself just to go back and draw that. If not, sit on the, wait just arriving, sit on the bowl or either bowl.
Wait to the last.
Yeah.
Just guaranteeing pace and arriving.
I like the
same
line.
Weight, it's close.
It's not far away, I don't think. Oh,
just had the
just
lesser
under.
speed.
Yeah.
Wanting to measure. Opportunity here for Reese, potentially score a 3. It's going to be hard to chip away in singles the way Akasha's been playing.
Yeah, these are the times, and this is where the coaches get to have a good look at the kids under. Here's a perfect opportunity to make a number. Can you, when you've got the opportunity, you got last bowl, can you nail it? She's thrown it out there.
Maybe just outside the line, although
It's only got to come around that, and she'll be in. That's a great bowl. That's a very good bowl. That'll be in the...
I wonder if the green's freeing up a little bit there, because I'm not sure that line got back an hour or so ago. So we're going to get the tape out.
Going to measure.
Move that bowl left of Jack out. It's not touching the other one. There we go. We measure between the other 3. We're going to start with the Victorian bowl.
which is the right thing to do because it's a single bowl, and then you go around to the other two.
That last one
That's
definitely
got to be
counting.
in.
So that's 2. We'll have a look here at this third camera work. Thanks, Robbie, for swinging that round there.
And that's definitely in 3 bowls. That's a
Okay.
good pickup.
It is much needed. 10-15 now. Reese Finn-Young.
Now, what's Reese going to do here? Once again, similar spot with the mat.
She feels like the last couple of ends she's played okay. She's going to stick with that. For those Queensland fans, I can let you know, a couple of rinks away there, Lily Vardy's made a comeback against Chanel Shakouch. That's now 17 apiece. That's New South Wales versus Queensland. Lily's just drawn directly in front of the jack as well. Most of the triples games in around the 10 or 11 end mark at the moment.
They're all pretty close, actually. This is a good start by Reese. She has thrown this longer length. She put the mat in the same spot, but she's certainly thrown it longer.
Lily Vardy held on over on that other rink, so it's 18-17 now. We see that other scoreboard there, top left of screen. That's our neighbouring rink. That's also a singles
12-11.
game. And that's Tyler Mason from Queensland, 12-11 up in front of Ayla
Yeah.
from Victoria.
Very tight.
17 all has now become 18-17 there. There will be an update there. So that's 18-17. Lily Vardy, Queensland, leading New South Wales, Chanel Shakouch. There's a couple of fantastic bowls there from
great
Reese.
bowls by Reese.
Our next rink across there, it's New South Wales 12-11. That is after 10 ends. It's just obscured on your screen. 12-11. Jasmine Smith leads Addie Ryan from Victoria. But it's Victoria with a big lead on the next one. 20 shots to 7. That's Maya Reese leading Logan Hughes. And the last rink that we've got visibility on this screen, that's rink number 6. You see it there, Queensland with a narrow gap. 11 shots to 8. Phoebe Russell, her triple, up over Ella Cameron from New South Wales. Unfortunately, just with grandstands and spectators, we're
It makes it a bit
restricted
tricky to
viewing
see,
to give you scores on the other rink. But Bowls Queensland have final match scores available on their website. So that's where we can offer you that, and we'll come back each and every round and give you some leaderboard updates on the overall.
Now, I think Tasha's having a little bit of a niggle up here. She played looking for a sit and run. Oh, she got a good result, but she gave it every chance up there. If she'd been a fraction tight, she got the jack or the bowls. As it was, she got the edge of her own bowl over.
Yeah, I think that's a good shot. A lot of people may think that was a good result, right? That was certainly in play, playing that weight, either edge of that bowl or up to the jack. You can see that bowl she had down near the ditch.
She had lots of options, as long as she was going through the right area with good weight. So, she did it. She had lots of options.
And there for Reese, 2 close seconds. She's got to make the decision now. Is it a touch the jack, only half a metre or a metre to bring her bowls into play? Or is it the firm drive to push that bowl through the gap to make 2? So she needs to be confident on what one she wants to play. It looks like she's made her mind up. She's going back with her back to the head. So decision's been made in her mind. We'll see how she executes with either that soft weight toucher or a drive at the shot bowl.
And that's the most important thing, going back with a clear mind and knowing what you want to play.
Here we go. It's just the draw toucher. We'll sit the shot bowl. See how much this hand is holding down here.
Oh, she's played with good weight.
It was really good speed for what she wanted.
Yep. I'm interested to see what Akasha does here. I really think Akasha really probably, if I was Akasha, I would be swapping hands, because there'd be nothing worse than coming down and touching the jack, and you could easily drop a 3 here, where she could draw on the wide hand, throw it wide, know it's going to come home with no danger of You watch, she'll make a liar of me and probably put a resting toucher.
At least miss on
She's
the right
missing-
side.
Yeah, she is. She hasn't.
It's the only danger on that really wide hand was potentially turning Reese's bowl, the second shot, down and then up again. Maybe if it turned in
Yeah.
square there, but you can't be fearful of monsters under the bed sometimes.
No, you've got to play what you see and what you're confident of playing.
16-10. Akasha, roll the jack. We expect not too different. A metre or two past that shadow line.
Yeah, no, that's about where Karsh has been playing the whole time, that sort of length. In fact,
We just passed it,
yeah.
as it turns out. So, that other singles game, Lily Vardy from Queensland now 20 shots to 17. In front of New South Wales player Chanel Chakouch. That's nearing a conclusion, so we'll try and get you a final score in the next couple of ends once that game has been completed. See Tim Thorning just gone out of screen, top left there, so his game's finished. I'm not sure what the outcome may have been there. I think he might have been playing Riley Garrick from Queensland. Tim was playing Riley. Unsure at this stage how that game
They've zipped through that
has
game over
finished. So someone has probably got to win by a few shots there. Either Tim or Riley. That score hasn't been registered on our score sheet as yet.
there. Another good bowl by Karsh in around that area. Both players probably a foot, 2 foot behind all those bowls.
So,
Reese
not
is
too bad a line.
Pretty good. He has her weight.
Once again, just that
Yeah.
similar distance pass. Akasha still
Yep, got the one.
holding.
I like the line here, and I think the speed's not too bad. Yeah, it's a good bowl by Karsh.
Got that away
Yeah,
really nicely.
she did, and playing nice weight, reaching weight. Was looking for the jack or the bowl. She's
Really good
just
weight.
slipped past.
So for Karsh, does she think about respot here under these conditions, or does she try and draw another?
Well,
Now, a lot of people who would just go really quick at that head if they were down. So holding 2, does she go to the back, or does she just try and draw another one in there? And
Well, having just watching the game and watching how her opponent's playing, I reckon she'll just try and put another one in there. As I say, they've got to get a bare jack. And it hasn't been the easiest of conditions.
oh, that
I think
beats
she's
if it-
made
yeah,
3, and
beats
she
the
hasn't
wide
got
one.
anything sitting right next to the jack. So it's if they go to jack, it's a direct jack.
Decision time here for Reese is probably nothing just outside the jack. There's that gap she'll sail through and still be 3 down. Gives you an indication there of just how far that back one is from the jack, about half a metre or so. Well,
Oh,
this
she's
is
played that tight.
played firm to it. Going to get away. Get that closest bowl out. It's not going to affect anything.
No.
I'm sure you're catching some cheers in the background, but that is Queensland cheers. Lily Vardy has drawn a shot to hold match. And 3 shots it is to Akasha Fortune. 19-10 here on our streaming rink. Yeah, as I mentioned, Lily Vardy holding match. New South Wales, 1 bowl to go on that rink.
Yeah. The rink beside us is 13 all. I think it's Queensland and Victoria.
13 apiece there. Tyler, Queensland. Isla from Victoria. little over 45 minutes to go, so maybe just enough time. Tim Thorning down on the rink there, offering Chanel some advice at other singles games. She's still yet to play last bowl.
Right.
Tim had quite an unfortunate incident before round 3. Have you seen those birds go into the window when they think they can go straight through? Tim
Yeah.
tried to do that coming out the doors here at the club. He just head straight into the door.
Didn't quite open quick enough for him.
No, shot there.
Yeah,
from
that's a great
Akasha.
start by
She's got that
Akasha.
one. And that's Lily Vardy with the win on that rink. She's down early in that game, so that's a
She's
great
done well.
comeback win
Yeah, played really well.
for Lily. I'm not sure what club Lily's at. Robbie, no, she's here. She's local.
Local?
Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
there you go.
Popular win then.
Yeah, well, yeah, local knowledge is always good knowledge. But no, that's a good win. A good win by Lily. Now, let's back to this. Kasha's.
She's got a chance to go out here as well. 19-10, a really good opener.
Just dropped a bit short with that one.
Reese just trying to get another one up here close. Probably resign to the fact that not going to get shot with this bowl. But get another one in the area to set things up for the back half of this end.
Yep, she's played better weight with this one, giving this every chance. That's a really good bowl.
Well,
In
I
fact,
said
that's
she
a
wasn't going to
great
get
bowl.
shot.
Yeah,
She's
you lied.
just gone around and drawn it.
As was-
Kash, chance to get under her own. Maybe just pushed out.
She's played that
Past
a bit
the ideal
wider, I
line.
reckon.
Yep.
That's the weight she needs to play.
So Reese thinking cap needs to go on here. Your backhand around your own between the jack and the ditch is the spot to be. Can't afford to turn your opponent up.
No,
She's going to run the gauntlet though.
well, she might throw it wider and come back from that hand.
Get to the back on that side, you think?
Well, that's the. Well, she's now opened that up a little bit more, I reckon. For
It's interesting
Kasha.
though, isn't it? Like that narrower hand, it's going to be. You need to be
Well-
perfect weight to get around and back to the white.
Well, Kasha's played this a much better line.
It just doesn't move.
Just the weight again.
And I like that she gave it a chance though. That was an opportunity to hold game. So better off missing just past there. You don't mind overplaying those ones.
Well, you drop short, you don't give yourself any chance. So
Yeah, absolutely.
well, Reese has walked down and had a look. So she knows what she's got to play. So she's going down that forehand again.
Needs to be delicate. Just inside her
She's
own.
played with nice weight.
That's going to go through.
Yep,
Now
just over.
Indications were that it was the white bowl that was holding. Kasha just going to confirm that for us, we believe.
Yep.
She does concede.
One shot,
So
so-
19-11. And Matt in a very similar position. No, Robbie's having fun over there with the cameras. He barely has to move them each end. Matt and Jack almost the
That's
same
it,
spot all the
same
time.
spot. Makes
Did you have a
life
word to the
easy.
players, Robbie, before the game? You line this up?
Yeah, very interesting. And I'm sure this is the sort of feedback that the coaches will give the players when they review the games, and that when you're behind but you seem to throw the same length all the time, about that variation. So it's all learning for the players.
Good opener there from Reese.
Yeah, very good.
So a couple of New South Wales players in the background, Chanel and Tim, that have finished their singles games, come to try and cheer on their teammate. That little bit of help sometimes when you're behind in singles.
Yeah,
Need that bit of love.
It
People to
always
get around
helps.
you.
It wasn't a bad starter from Kasha either. She's probably a bowl short. Just hung a bit wide. Reese's bowl, that's on a good line again as well. And I think her weight's pretty good. It's 2 good bowls. Gosh, it doesn't take much time on the mat. Bang, and away it goes. This is not far away either from Akasha. You can use her own bowl here.
Just gets it off centre. Which colour are we putting up?
It's red.
One for
Still.
New South Wales. We have to assume that's the bowl to the left of the jack that's holding.
Yeah, I would. Yes, you would assume the one behind is probably just a fraction through.
That's just kicked out to a good line. I thought she may have been just under. That breeze just gusting it out to a better line. Nearly finishes right on centre.
Yeah. Akasha, this is not too far away again. It's just a fraction wide, is she?
She worked that bowl across, not quite. So Reese, are you going to try and sit the bowl? You're just wide. You can turn the bowl maybe a roll to bring some others in. Touch the jack on the edge.
It's all down to her weight. I don't think she's going to come back with that weight.
She'd be disappointed there. She didn't give that a chance. Might have been a potential to lie a 4 there.
I reckon Kashi's having a look on the forehand shot. Is a really good shot down on that forehand with a yard or 2 yards of weight. You get exactly gets that bowl onto the other bowl, gets the inside of it across onto the jack, or misses it and takes.
Yep, I agree. Yeah, well, the indication from our marker Julie was that Kashi was just the one down, that jack high bowl to the left. The one at 4 o'clock, that one just past closest to camera, that flat grey bowl, that would be second shot. At 4 o'clock on that view.
Well, she's played with good weight.
This is close to shot bowl. Well, got the gap, got the third shot out. Good effort.
That good shot selection.
Yeah, good tactics. Had a good think about that, didn't she?
Yeah, she did. Yeah, no, very well thought out, and she didn't get the shot, but she's missed by a couple of millimetres, so that's all you can hope for.
19-12. Still a little bit of time to go. You would think at just under 40 minutes, we're going to have the best part of about 8 ends left. So if Reese was to win the game, you would think there's enough time. And obviously for Akasha to win the game, there's certainly enough time. So even if Reese was to win all 8 ends that would have left to play and they're only singles, that would be enough.
Yeah.
7 or 8 ends you would think still remaining. And Akasha just needing the one end and maximum of 2 winning ends to go out.
And both these ladies play very quickly, so I don't think there's any issue with time. It'll be just a matter of whether Reese can continue to get the first bowl there and put some pressure on Akasha. Like, that's a good. That's a good starter. Yep, it's 18 inches past, so be happy with that. Akasha's bowl coming down here. Yeah, just sailing on through, which often happens after you've had a weighted shot. Just can be sometimes don't quite pull it back in time enough.
Stays on the green there at the back, so opportunity maybe for later on. He's just trying to steady down a little bit there, finish in front of this bowl.
I think she's just zipping on through there, Reese, but not wasted. Let's see what Akasha can correct on that first one. Her line looks very good again, and weight certainly has improved.
That's the shot.
That's a great correction. Yeah, very good bowl.
Hangs right onto it. This has been the case for a long time. Just getting first to the jack. Akasha on most of these ends. For Reese, can just afford to give that bowl a nudge.
Yeah, no, she's got to reach. She's got to give it a chance, and I think she's just going to duck under.
probably just underweight for what she would really need. Can afford to just arrive. At the moment, if she overplays it, she's only going to be one down at the back. Akasha, can you get up here and lie match?
Well, she's played with very good weight again, Akasha.
Well, not
That's
counting.
a very good home.
She's
Very
now got
good home.
3 chances to make the 2. She owns the deepest bowl on the green. She owns the bowl where the jack's going with that small nudge.
Yeah.
And she also has shot with last bowl to potentially draw another to win the game. So she's a very precarious position here for Reese. In trouble at the jack, in trouble at the back, in trouble with the little nudge. Has to play a perfect shot. I think I'm maybe taking a chance here, Daryl, on the wider hand to try and turn that bowl off the front of the jack.
I think
probably the chance.
That's really the only hand I think Reese has got to play. Even if she gets another bowl win there and makes another second, that's the hand to play.
Well, the other shot is maybe quick at that and get the shot bowl jack into the back one and move it off the tee.
Oh, look, she's played this very well.
Reese
She has
Finn-Young,
played
do you
this
turn down to
very
the
well.
shot bowl?
That
No,
is a
Jack.
great bowl.
What a super shot on the hand she hasn't played.
Yeah, no, great
Look
bowl.
at her smile on her face. It's great to see.
She knew that was. She's been struggling. That was a great bowl on that hand.
Julie's indicated that it's 3. So, Akasha Fortune,
Jack
though,
into
as we
the back
mentioned one and
before.
move it off the tee.
Oh, look,
Got
she's
the replay
played
up
this
on
very
screen.
well.
Reese
She's
Finn-Young,
played
do
this
turn down
very
to the shot
well.
bowl.
That
No,
is a
Jack.
great
Yes.
bowl.
What a super 3. Akasha with the 1 on the ditch and 2 at the respot here. So does she go firm, clear some bowls out, or is she just going to be up to trail?
She's just up for that.
Maybe just
I think
wide.
she's just wide. Yeah, played the right weight, but just wide.
15-19 now. Julie, you just saw with 3 paddles
Tightens
there
it up.
separated.
Tightens up.
We'll just wait for confirmation from Akasha here. 2 removed. Yep, 3 conceded.
Yes, it was a great bowl by Reese. It's funny how if things tighten up, you keep getting that bowl in first and putting the pressure on, how things can change very quickly.
15-19. The Jackie's lengthening out here. Oh, Robbie's had to move the camera back a couple of notches.
Geez, Robbie, jeez. Woke him up.
Put him under pressure there. Who's going to adapt quick up? We're 3 to 3.5 metres different to the majority of this game in this direction.
Yeah,
Metre short with the opener. Gosh, with a chance here. Jumping again.
Yeah, it'll be all
I think
about
if
the
she
weight.
keeps first into the jack for the next couple of ends, she'll do enough. It'll be hard for Reese to play those perfect conversions every end.
Her weight's good, Akasha. That'll be... Yeah.
Played that one nicely.
And as you say, this is longer than they've been playing back this way, so the line's probably a little bit different.
This one's going to run through. Missed the weight on the bigger side.
Oh, yep, she did plonked into the ditch.
Yep, just turned over the edge. So Julie going back to remove that bowl. So
This is a better line, I think, for Kasha's bowl, to be honest. And her
played
weight's
well.
pretty good
Little
again.
touch guarantees the 2,
geez.
and she has done that, so it's definitely 2. If it wasn't already, so Reese with 2 bowls left to save this match. Funny how things change when you're under this scoreboard pressure. She is on a big high, playing that great conversion. All of a sudden, a couple of minutes later, you're matched down.
Yeah, I think she's just going to duck under.
Well,
She's
played
played
it well,
with
I
good
think.
weight.
Well, does it
Great
again.
bowl. Great bowl.
2 chances now for Akasha to win the game. sit the bowl herself, trail the jack, similar to her opponent. Going to save it for a last.
I think she's a fraction wide.
Reese between a rock and a hard place here. She can draw another one and leave the jack exposed, or she covers the back and leaves the bowl exposed. She can't cover both, so I think in that situation you try and count.
Oh yeah, she's only got to beat that wide black bowl, and there's still then plenty of holes for Akasha to miss and run through.
Now she's not counting. She'll really be hoping she gets to a spot where the jack gets sliced. She's a chance. It's possibly an area it gets to. Akasha, no mucking around.
No, she doesn't. She's very quick on the mat. Her line's much better this time, Akasha. I just don't know about her weight.
I think with any weight, it's not getting back. Once again, Reese has saved with those conversions.
Wow, that was a big save again.
2 in a row, 16, 19. The good news for Akasha, she still has last bowl, and her opponent unable to win the game at the moment on this end. Going to take Reese at least 2 ends to get out. Akasha's going to have last bowl. And a huge change of length.
She's thrown that really short again. But, you know, trying something different. She's gone from long to short, trying to upset Akasha's rhythm.
Potentially going to have the officials come out yet. You see Akasha calling for the umpire.
Yeah, could be a little bit of tactics as well. I think that's. I think that'll be comfortably in.
Not a bad thing to do either.
No, just slows the game down.
Quite sure.
Slows the game down.
You're pretty sure it's long enough, but if you're not 100% sure, it's a chance to just change the momentum. Just looking across the green here. Next door, Victoria 16-13 in the girls' singles game. That's Isla leading Tyler at the moment. 16-13.
That's really good too, because Tyler's first time up. She's a debutante, so that's a fantastic effort by her.
The game we mentioned earlier, Coast-Tweed's Lily Vardy, 21-17 win for Queensland. That was over New South Wales girl Chanel Shakouch, 21-17 to Queensland there. There's a couple of shots scored there by Queensland next door. Okay, so a further update there. It's now Isla. What have we got there? It's now, Victoria 16-15. Right. Okay.
So Victoria's up on that one.
16-15. Very close there. Next door. Triples game's a little bit obscured from the players there. 24-8 Victoria lead Queensland. Girls triples. Maya Reese leading Logan Hughes. 24-8.
Yep.
One end to play there. 17 ends. You can see on the board. Other two scoreboards just out of view at the moment.
No, can't see.
As the jack was long enough here on our feature rink. But all those games nearing a conclusion. It's 13-11 on the very far rink. That's Queensland leading New South Wales. Phoebe Russell leading Ella Cameron. 13 shots to 11, 15 ends played. The other rink, New South Wales, 16. On the rink skipped by Jasmine Smith, lead Victoria 13. That's Addie Ryan's trio there, 16-13 after 15 ends you see on screen there to New South Wales. So that's all the games either still going or completed here on green number 1. Just a reminder, just with the amount of spectators and the grandstands here, we can't get across to see green 2 at the moment. Those scores will be on the Bowls Queensland website at the conclusion of the round. Just a few minutes after each match is completed, the team will load those scores in. Both girls just missing weight here on this far shorter end.
Well, they've thrown a short end and they've both been caught out with it at the moment. Reese looks like she's corrected.
This is the best one so far, I think.
Still probably going through 2 feet. There's plenty of room for Kasha.
Yeah, maybe even a bit more. That could be a metre or just over. So Kasha quick on the mat. That's going to be enough, I think, for shot. Yeah, you see the applause from the spectators.
Gone up, so
holding one bowl left. Reese, this might be the save game again.
She's done it the last few ends, so
could she be greedy and get a little toucher down the line?
Well, that'd be being very greedy.
I say
But
with
she's
my
given
New
it a
South Wales shirt
chance.
on.
Yes, but she's given it every chance to do that, and she has only just missed it. Gave that
Kasha.
every chance.
Just under a metre to win the game here. 19-16, lies one on a really nice line.
I like the line. If she's just got to have the weight, and then that'll be all hers. And I think she's got it.
She's played it
That's
well.
a great bowl, Kasha.
Great shot. We've got our winner.
We have. Well done and well fought back by Reese because she was well down. So it was a great game. Yeah.
So we have our winner here in the girls' singles. 21 shots to 16. Akasha Fortune, Victoria, Club Sunbury. Over Reese Finn-Young, New South Wales, Marimbula. And I'm just looking over towards Robbie. I assume we're going to be close to ending the coverage. I'm not sure if we're going to try and capture any of the other games, whether we're ending coverage. I'm just waiting for confirmation on that. We're going to try and move across and capture some of potentially rink number 2, which was that really close singles game. Tyler and Isla.
Yeah, 15-16 currently. And as I said, Isla, she's a debutante, so she's bowling, doing extremely well. She's probably...
What do we know about the bowls there, Daryl? Is that Queensland on the jack? Yeah.
No,
yeah, it must
it
be.
is.
I
Yes,
see.
it is Queensland
See
because
Isla just getting
Isla's
a yellow
got yellow
bowl.
bowls. That's
Yeah.
right.
So a couple down. Leads by 1, but 2 down on the head. No back position, so what we adjust.
I think she'd be
up
just
and
trying
over.
to get in under her closest yellow bowl. There's an opportunity. Ooh, yeah, she played a
catches
bit
the
bigger
front and
weight
get
than I
away.
thought she would. Be a couple, so that.
So getting a bit of bonus coverage here.
So that'll be 17-16. Queensland's way.
As we wait for the girls to just confirm that, we see our marker there indicating 2. Queensland jumped to a one-shot lead. Our next game on stream, we are scheduled for 2:30 p.m. local times. That's just over half an hour from now. It'll just depend on the finish of the other games. You see 23 minutes on the clock. So we may be a little bit later than that 2:30 start by the time the players get out and have trial ends. We're going to have a boys match, and quite excitingly for you, Daryl, your son Nick's going to be skipping that game. So the Victorian rink, skip Nick Rowley, third Max Heaton-Harris, the second Bailey Randall, and leading up will be Kane Wilson.
Ah, yeah.
And they'll take on a New South Wales foursome, skipped by Travis Moran, third Jacob Aitken, second Charlie Grebbett, and the lead Cooper Dart. So it will be New South Wales versus Victoria on our feature rink here for that next session. As I say, that's probably going to be closer to 45 minutes from now. Then the players will go in for a dinner break, and somewhere near 6 p.m. local time, we'll have another game brought to you by the team, and that's going to be a girls' pairs game between Queensland and Victoria. I don't yet have the player names yet for that round 5 clash, but certainly in round 4, our next feature game, New South Wales, Travis Moran against Victoria's Nick Rowley, and that's going to be a fours combination.
That should be a very good clash, actually. Two good sides there.
And Travis, of course, winner of the Junior Golden Nugget here last weekend at Club Tweed.
Yeah.
And his third, Jacob Aitken, the winner of the 2023 Junior Nugget up here at Tweed. So
there you go.
a couple of boys that
Very handy.
know the greens well.
They
Two
do.
players, as you see, a couple of fantastic opening
Great
bowls.
weren't they?
Yeah, Tyler Mason. That's superb. Right in front of the jack. Yes, those two New South Wales boys, Travis and Jacob, both featured in our Platinum Pennant competition. Travis, it took him quite a few games to break into a very strong Warilla Gorillas side, but then progressed all the way through to the grand final, leading up for Aaron Teaser's rink. We see
That's
another
a pretty
good one
good
here. Oh, what an effort. Nearly had bowl onto the jack.
Bowl onto the jack. She's got the back bowl, so, she was giving it a chance. Giving it a chance.
Jacob Aiken, of course, plays for the Engadine Cougars. He led up for the majority of the season. I stand to be corrected here, but I think for Cohen Litfin. Well, have a look at our graphics department. They've got the scoreboard up for us there.
Yeah, they have. They've done well.
17-16, you see the players. So
Now, Ayla, I think I reckon she'll play a similar sort of shot. I reckon she's just trying to. Yeah, I reckon she's reaching again.
oh, it's not far away. She's just calling for it to hold. She's just going to bend under.
Oh, don't want to take her own out.
Situation is that Tyler Mason from Queensland is holding 3. The 4 would get her out. So there's every chance here that she will hold game with 1 bowl to go. And then Isla may have to rethink what shot she plays. Potentially it might be draw a good one and guarantee that you get at least 3rd shot. Unfortunately, our marker doesn't know that we've gone into coverage here, but this one is very, very close, I can tell you. It hasn't built the target up. That is 3 really close bowls.
So she's holding 4 shots. So
we may mention to Brian there if he's listening. I know Brian can hear us from over there.
He can't.
He can't. He's having a chat to the locals.
In the game.
Thought Brian might be able to ask our marker to
maybe
move to one side or the other, just to help us out with the camera. We've got that side on view. Yeah. Thanks, Robbie. You've done well. So we've got... Yeah, we've got our security, Brian, out with the cattle prod there. He's asked our marker to move kindly to the other side so we can get that angle for you here from the cameras on Rink 1. So, good discussion going on with the girls here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I think Steph's down there, so Steph, she's consulted with the coach. It'll be interesting to see. I certainly would be just making sure that I got at least the 4th shot, and it gives you another end to play. It keeps you in the game.
It's the hard one, though, isn't it?
Wow.
By drawing, you can play a good one and draw first or second.
Get first or second.
In some aspects, you're drawing. In all likelihood, you're probably dropping 3 on the draw, but you're safe.
Yeah.
Whereas you drive at the head,
and you
miss. Far more chance of getting shot. However, the miss loses you the game.
Yeah. Sometimes it's better off to take your medicine.
18 minutes to go, so if she was to miss, and it is a draw shot, see out of the hand, that's... Or is it just over?
I think she's playing over.
Okay. Does she sit on the back bowl? We'll see it on that top inset.
No.
It's going to go through. So I think we've got 4 here to Tyler Mason. We're going to move the first 3 out anyway. The girls will have a look.
Unless they thought she was only 3 down to start. As I said, from our angle, it looked like 4, but from our angle, it's hard to tell.
Going to need a hand with that measure there. Tyler, you're going to have to help. Yep, there we go. So we've gone. That's the Victorian bowl, the yellow. Straighten up now and get to the Queensland bowl. Does it touch it?
No.
Well, it's short. There you go. Short. It was 3.
It was 3. Good eyes. Oh, no.
Right, we're going umpire.
We're going umpire.
Okay.
Well,
looked just short, although the girl's probably just doing a quick, just rough measure to get an idea. Well, that certainly explains that shot choice from Isla with the last bowl.
Yeah, if she thought she
thinks
was
it's
three down, she'd already had 3 goes at that. To go back and dead draw, probably a bit more difficult. So,
okay, so across the rinks here, let's have a look at what's happening. There's a couple of triples games still going. The far rink, Phoebe's Queensland side, 13 shots to 12 over Ella's New South Wales team. And Addie Ryan from Victoria, she's now down 15-16 to Jasmine Smith's New South Wales rink, and they're playing the last end. So, all to play for there. No extra ends. Just 3 points for a rink win. 1 point each if you have a draw. And we have our officials out here with the laser. Maybe quite a long laser measure. I've heard the laser being really popular for those ones. I'd probably say 2 feet to 4 feet in that kind of range.
Yeah.
Need to get spot on here to make sure you're hitting the target with the laser.
And that's the issue with the laser. A lot of people like them. As an ITO myself, I still prefer to use the string.
Yeah. So what are you using here, mate? You'd go just like with a box
I'd go
type
with the
measure.
box string. That's
Even if you couldn't reach both ends yourself.
I would get another person to hold it at one end and measure it from the other end. I just, with the laser over that distance, if you got a bit of a crest or a bit of a dip, and as you see, she's moving it now.
I'm not. Yeah, you'd really want the officials. I know the girls aren't doing anything to benefit themselves there, but you really would if there was to be things being moved there that they're done by the officials rather than the players.
I'd like to see the umpire actually move that and put that in the right spot.
Yeah. Yeah, the girls, we're not indicating that they're doing anything to benefit themselves there.
That's what the ITO should be doing.
What this is doing, though, however, it's evaporating some time. So we assumed on that first measure that it was 3. So if it goes 2016 to Queensland's Tyler Mason, we are going to evaporate 2.5 or 3 minutes off the clock here. And that means either at some point, you would think there's a maximum of 3 ends still to be played with this time. Right. I would think by the time this measure's concluded, the girls place Matt and Jack, and that's if it is 2016. Of course, we may have seen our last bowl. It could be a 4, and therefore it's been decided. So after that,
what's she doing?
We're still.
Has she made a decision?
No, we're going to a box. Yeah, we're going to a string measure. As you said, mate, it's probably going to be the slightly easier format. There's a big Victorian cheer there.
So
that's Addie Ryan. I thought I might have saw one finger raised there. That's a few rinks away. So as the officials are measuring that one.
So is that 17? That'd make it 16 all?
16.
There's still some bowls to come, though, isn't there?
So, Jasmine Smith, 2 to play. Addie Ryan, 1 to play. Had the pleasure of having Addie in our composite side. I went across the Nationals last year. We had a New South Wales Victoria composite side, which
she did,
I was
Addie was in that
one of the
side
coaches for that team, and absolute pleasure to work with Addie, and a terrific young person. So it's great to see her break into a back end spot in some of these team games.
Bailey was the other one.
Bailey played singles.
The other one over there.
Kane as well. That's playing in that 4s rink next up.
And once again, the ITO probably should have been measuring the other end of that. So
we're going to assume it's 3.
It is 3.
Yeah, Kane Wilson was part of that side. Just looking back, Bailey Randall.
Bailey,
Addie
was part of that. Who was the other one? Kane?
Kane was certainly part of that as well.
Yeah.
Great group alongside, 6 New South Wales players. 5 of those 6 that are featuring out here this weekend.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's, no.
Let's see what's happening over there on that other rink. Looks like 1 to Victoria. Addie on the mat there. It's that one right in the middle of the screen to the top of screen there. It's a triples game. 1 bowl left each from our skips. All these points crucial to the overall score.
Yeah, everyone
Addie
counts.
not counting with this one.
She's got back behind,
getting to the back.
She? Yeah, covering that T spot.
Gives her a second chance to at least get a draw. 12 minutes to go. Must win now for Isla.
Right, 2016, yes. So I was...
She's got to win every end. And there's only this and 2 more, probably with time, left in the match.
At the most, it'd be only 2 ends, depending on how quickly they play.
Of course, just need to get the jack moving on that last end before the bell.
Correct, that's the correct ruling, yep.
Underway, so that middle reek, we're about to see Jasmine Smith, of course the junior Golden Nugget winner from last weekend as well,
Yeah,
in the girls' side of the draw. 1 down on the head, which is an overall scoreboard draw. She's playing firm weight at this and chasing after. No, what's she got? She's got bowled a jack. Well, that's close. Maybe Jasmine's front light blue one is the shot. Yeah, Jasmine likes it. There's high fives all around.
Close.
Zoe Davies and Charlotte Heyman, they've given her the high fives.
They're going to measure.
How's they going to measure? Jasmine Smith.
Oh, here's a good bowl coming here.
They're all over the place.
Oh, great bowl.
What a shot.
By
Tyler
Ayla.
Mason draws a shot. Ayla comes back.
That's a great bowl by Ayla. She gave that every chance down there.
And it's 1 to New South Wales in that triples rink, so they'll get over the line 17-15. Well, much needed for New South Wales, I think. They missed out, obviously, on the stream against Victoria in that game, so that was a crucial result for the New South Wales girls. Still will be Victoria leading at the halfway mark. It just keeps things in check a little bit.
Tyler, she's coming down on the other hand now. She's given this every chance too. Just zipped on through. Be second shot though.
Another triples game. There was a decent win there for Victoria. The scoreboard showing 24-8 after 17 ends. So that game has completed. We haven't got the final score yet at this point, but that was Maya Reese over Logan Hughes. So Maya Reese, Marley Malcolm and Mia O'Reilly with the win there over Logan Hughes, Mia Haylock and Lacey Garrick.
And Ayla's just not going to come back in too wide.
On the far rink, it's the Queenslanders up. So this is shaping up to be a very even session here with the girls. See their Queensland's rink, Phoebe Russell, Ashlyn Johnson and Michaela Gainsford. They're 15-12 in front over the New South Wales trio. Ella Cameron skipping that rink with Tani Ingram and Talia Kennedy.
Oh, here's a good bowl coming down here. Just short.
Not shot, but just narrowing the room that Ayla has here to count. So 8.5 minutes. Time she gets up and delivers, plays the bowl.
One would hope that someone's letting them know the time left.
One of her teammates picking up the bowl just to help her. She steadies behind the mat. So the mat's going to be placed with probably about 7.5 minutes to go. So
probably nearly.
We'll get 2 ends in. We'll get this. We'll get the next end plus 1 more in this direction if we need it. Of course, after this end, both players
This
can
is a
go
pretty
out.
good bowl, I reckon.
Does it stop to count?
Just gone through. Geez, good line.
Both players can now win the game on this next end. Tyler in a unique position in singles where she can afford to lose the last 2 ends if they're only single shots, and that will see her home 20 shots to 19 and get timed out. What an unusual scenario that would be, to lose the last 3 ends in a game of singles but still win the game.
Well, I've seen it. I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. Yeah, it's where tactics come into it. Not that the girls would be thinking that way, they're just playing the game.
But like you said before, though, that's where your teammates or your coaches, they need to do that external thinking about the time and what's happening. The girls still need to draw shots to win the game.
Correct.
Play those conversions. Try not to confuse the players with those thoughts. let them play the shots. And then maybe with Ayla's last bowl here, or certainly be letting her know before the last end if we have another end that one will be the last. Yeah. So then she knows she might need to make a multiple to get over the line. That one about a metre or so short.
Yeah, just
may make it hard to play down this narrow side.
I reckon they know, because the girls are picking up the bowls and handing it to Ayla ready to bowl. So I reckon they're all over it at the time.
We talk about those daunting things. Singles player, last one left on the green for your team.
Everyone's standing
all
around
your teammates watching.
Yeah.
I'm sure we all know people at our own club or state that thrive in those situations.
Yep.
And for these girls, it could be the first time.
Well, New South Wales are
Ella
up there.
Cameron, there's a big cheer.
Yep, there.
Ella Cameron skipping 3 behind on the board. Going to have to assume with a bowl left each that she's made, well, at least 2. Like, we can't see that. That's at the clubhouse end on the very far rink. Back to what we can see on screen, though, for you. Is Victoria holding shot, but plenty of room. Tyler Mason on the mat. Just a bit high and long again.
Just sailing through. Ayla sailed through with her second one, so just... And the problem is, once you know time and you rush a little bit, you just don't keep the same rhythm, and because you're rushing, you do tend to probably push it a little bit harder than you need to.
Looks like a nice flowing release there for Isla here. How far will it run?
Oh, come on. Run it out, Ayla. Keep running.
Quite. So chances here. Tile opportunity to hold game. 1, maybe 2 down. I'm not sure the question provides benefit here.
No.
You'll want to be closer. Even if you're told that you are shot, you'd still want to be closer anyway.
I would think so. There's plenty of room.
Tyler Mason here on the mat for Queensland. She plays at a club called the Albert, which I'm not 100% sure in location. Gympie.
Gympie, is it? Right.
Gympie. Okay.
Yeah. Ayla comes from down near Gippsland, so she's down Gippsland
She's
way.
at Paynesville.
Yeah.
Here's the shot bowl. That does enough to hold. The far rink there, Phoebe Russell, as we mentioned, 100% sure she leads by 3, playing the last end of a triples game. Just to be playing her last bowl, just letting it go. You see there, centre of screen. Fantastic coverage. You're getting a bit of bonus coverage here. We featured a game earlier on in the girls' singles between Akasha Fortune and Reese Finn-Young. Phoebe following it down. Not much noise at the moment. A small amount of claps.
There's
Hard
not much
to tell.
noise from anybody over there. Right, Ayla, you've got to nail this or it's all over.
The bowl's on its way. Stalking it intently. Needs to stop. Does it turn to sit the bowl?
It's close.
Just finds a gap.
Just gone.
Looks like a Queensland victory here.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
We'll just get confirmation. So Tyler's going to just walk down. Good to see. Just absolutely double check. Of course, you trust your marker, but when the tension's so high.
I would always walk down and check. I would never trust a marker,
and
no matter how good they are.
Ella Cameron's playing her last bowl on the far rink.
Shaking hands.
On this huge cheers all around.
Yep. So
massive cheers for New South Wales in the triples.
Is there a bowl left or is that it?
I believe that's all done.
So I think they've got over the line on the last bowl then.
But it's Queensland here, the locals with big cheers. The girl from Gympie, Tyler Mason.
She's done well.
21 shots to 17. What a fantastic game. Thanks, Robbie, for all your hard work in shifting the cameras across and a bit of bonus coverage. Darryl, thanks for jumping in and joining
you too.
The coverage. We'll sign off for this session. We'll be back. The players will go in, just reset, get their cards for the next game. Then they'll have their 2 trial ends. So about half an hour from now or thereabouts, but keep eyes peeled to Gold Coast Tweed and Bowls Queensland pages. You'll get those notifications of when we go live for round number 4, and that will be a boys fours match, New South Wales versus Victoria. And thanks for joining us here this afternoon, and we'll be back with you in round 4 in a little under half an hour's time.
Oh, mate, what a game. What incredible conclusion. Of course, this wonderful event could not be brought to you if it wasn't for the sheer generosity of these wonderful sponsors. We've got Mullins More Than Law, Queensland Government, BCIB Insurance Brokers, Asset Sports, J. Carroll Club Promotions and Bioscapes Group. We thank them for their generosity, and of course Club Tweed for hosting this superb event here on these magnificent facilities. So we're coming into, so we've got a bit of a break, probably about 20 minutes or so, maybe 25, half an hour, and we'll be back out for the fours. Should be a crack of a game between New South Wales and Victoria. So on behalf of the Gold Coast Tweed District Media Team, love to thank Robbie Allen for the great work he's been doing. We've had a big couple of weeks down here at Club Tweed. Tomorrow's the conclusion, and then we head up to Chermside for a change of scenery. So on behalf of Robbie and myself, a big thank you to those two guest commentators. We needed one from Victoria and one from New South Wales, and we thank them for their input. Lee Stenson and Darryl, we thank them very much. On behalf of Robbie and myself, Brian Marshall, we'll be back on air very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your bowls and support your club.